Hello everybody and welcome to the Watkins Glen Raceway for the 22nd race of our 2004 NR2003 season and the series at the Glen, as Tony Stewart will start on the pole alongside Casey Mears, who was your runner-up in Sonoma earlier this season. As you're going to be at Watkins Glen, behind them you have Mark Martin and Ron Fellows making his debut. And then Jeremy Mayfield and Matt Kenseth. Casey Kane not far behind Kenseth, 2 drivers at the bubble, as we are now green and underway here at Watkins Glen. Tony Stewart and Casey Mears battling for the lead early. Of course, the defending winner of this race from last season was Dale Earnhardt Jr. Won this race to get into the playoffs. That's what he did last season. Now, who can get it done this time? Will we have a new winner, or will we remain at 15 winners, the repeat winner, or a driver who is not eligible for playoff contention? Tony Stewart now clears Casey Mears through the S's to start this so far. Stewart out of front of Watkins Glen. No surprise there. He's a very, very talented road course racer. Won this race a few seasons ago. Is now looking to get it done once again here to get win number 2 on the year. Mark Martin in second, and Mears and Kenseth, who's trying to, of course, point his way in the playoffs, currently sitting just +2 above Casey Kane at the bubble right now. That last spot on points. He's got to run very well today. He did a great qualifying effort and has now driven his way up into 3rd place, which is a very good start to this race for Kenseth. He's got to keep it going if he wants to find himself with a spot in the playoffs. So he gets 29, and Kevin Harvick racing the one of Ron Fellows for DEI. Making his debut. He gets turned to the outside wall. There goes Fellows. He gets turned by Kurt Busch. Casey Kane gets collected, gets damaged. Caution out of Watkins Glen, but drama early. The road course ringer Ron Fellows gets turned by Kurt Busch early. Fighting inside the top 10 here. He turns Fellows into the guardrail, clips Casey Kane. He smacks that outside guardrail right there. Big damage for Casey Kane. That's the main story here. That is some playoff implications. The 9 could not afford that coming into this race. Just 2 points below Matt Kenseth at the playoff bubble. That is not something you want to see happen here. It is now a costly mistake for Casey Kane as Tony Stewart leads. Now Tony Stewart will come down pit road with Ricky Rudd on the next restart. So as he go back underway on lap 4, it will be Mark Martin leading us to the green with his Roush teammate Matt Kenseth right behind him in second, and defending winner Dale Jr. in 3rd. So can the Roush racing cars get a monopoly on this race, find themselves with another win this season? Of course, Mark Martin has won twice in some truly dominating performances. Matt Kenseth is in 2nd, trying to point his way into the playoffs. And then Dale Earnhardt Jr. 3rd, already in, trying to get some more playoff points. And behind him, the battle for 4th is between Mears and Harvick, 2 guys who've already locked themselves in the playoffs. Mears, of course, got the first ever win at Las Vegas. Still, if you have more than 16 winners, he would be one of the guys up for the chopping block. Of course, Kevin Harvick, 2-time winner, including the Daytona 500 for the 2nd season in a row. Trying to keep that momentum going here at Watkins Glen. He gets shot a little wide there by Casey Mears. Mears takes the position, but Harvick holds it. Now Jeff Burton behind him and Jeremy Mayfield. Of course, there's a 24 Jeff Gordon trying to work his way in the top 10. We know he's very strong in these road course races. But the Roush Racing cars 1-2. Mark Martin leading Matt Kenseth here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Behind us, there's cars flying in the back. I saw something go down. There's a huge, there's someone upside down. Oh my goodness, we got Kurt Busch and Brendan Gaughan have crashed, and Kurt Busch went barrel rolling at Watkins Glen. This has to be the 3rd or 4th straight season we've had a flip at the Glen. He turns Brendan Gaughan hard into that concrete wall. Kurt Busch hits it and then barrel rolls through the grass, and Kurt Busch's race is over. Roush Racing loses one of their cars, but Kurt is really struggling down the stretch here to the end of this regular season after, of course, he got the Texas win earlier in the year. Since it's been atrocious. There's been no sign of him in contention, and now this just makes it even worse as he turns Brendan Gaughan head on the outside wall. Hard hit for both of them, and then Kurt Busch just starts flipping through the grass, through this corner, coming down to the final couple corners of the racetrack. He flips, and Brendan Gaughan and Kurt Busch will both be done for the day. Brendan Gaughan's had a tough season after starting out so strong, and now Kurt Busch just absolutely destroyed a wild barrel roll flip here at Watkins Glen. And we can, every single time we come to this racetrack, we just see something new. It's wild. And now this time it's Kurt Busch flipping. So Watkins Glen never disappoints, always entertains us with some wild accident. And there it is, as Mark Martin will lead at the caution flag at his teammate's demise. Actually, hold on. They did not call a caution for that, man. They did not call a caution for that. Mark Martin's in the lead. Matt Kenseth 2nd, Jr. in 3rd. I can't believe they called it. Oh no, Casey Mears is destroyed on lap 11 on the pit lane. We got to rewind to see what happened. It looks like he got wiped out down the front stretch with his teammate, Jamie McMurray, your Coca-Cola 600 winner. The two of them go crashing here to the inside wall, and I think Mears got a drilling from Scott Wimmer. We got a replay of what went down here. It looks like they're just going through turn one, and Mears just clips Jeff Burton, slams his teammate Jamie McMurray, wipes out the inside wall hard, and gets drilled by Casey Mears. Jeff Green collecting damage as well, but Mears had a very strong card today. Qualified on the front row, is done. Will not have back-to-back road course top 5 finishes. Scott Wimmer out as well. His miserable season continues for that Bill Davis 22 team. And it's a tough break for those guys. Back at the front is Mark Martin, still leading this race over his Roush Racing teammate of Matt Kenseth. And then you got Dale Earnhardt Jr. running in third. And Jeremy Mayfield fourth. And how about the 99? Jeff Burton in fifth. Back in the 99 for a race or two here. As they throughout the pack, everyone seems to make it through this. Robbie Gordon went a little wide right there. But everyone seems to make it through the corner. That wiped out Kurt Busch and Ron Fellows earlier in this race is just fine. But you know what? Fellows is still in it. But of course, Kurt Busch and Brendan Gaughan are out. Fellows actually rebounded nicely, but at the front is still Mark Martin in the lead here early at Watkins Glen. Now on to the last lap of stage one. Jeremy Mayfield has taken the lead, looking to get his second stage win of the season. Of course, his other one came in that Pocono win, and now Mayfield wins stage one here at Watkins Glen. His second stage win of the season. Kevin Harvick will come through in second, a very solid stage for him. Getting back on track after a rough middle part of the season. Jeff Burton comes home in third. Much needed points there. Tony Stewart fourth. Bobby Labonte fifth. Elliott Sadler sixth. Ron Fellows, nice recovery, seventh. Matt Kenseth eighth. Jeff Gordon ninth. Robbie Gordon 10th. So Kenseth gains 3 points above Casey Kane on the playoff bubble. So now he comes in +5 to the cut line after stage one. Now we're here in stage two. A lot of guys out of this race now. We have the 24 of Jeff Gordon's out of the race. He just finished top 10 in the first stage. He is destroyed out of this race. He will DNF in 35th. So is the 42 of Jamie McMurray and the 10 of Scott Riggs, who continues to collapse as the end of this season comes. But just tough break there. Jeff Gordon had a good car today, but he gets crashed out and wrecked that we unfortunately missed here. But back at the front of the field, it is your race leader, Jeremy Mayfield, in control of this race. But here comes the 18 of Bobby Labonte. Come close to the end of stage two. We have about 3 to go on the stage here. Bobby Labonte on the inside of Jeremy Mayfield drives right into the lead. What a move by Bobby Labonte in the 18. He is a former winner here. He won this race, I believe, in 2002. If my memory serves me correctly, Bobby Labonte won this race in our 2002 season. And now he's looking to do it once again here in 04. Jeremy Mayfield runs in second. How about Ron Fellows running in third place? A tremendous recovery after how he spun on the opening lap of this race and had to fight back all day long. Since then, it has done a whale of a job in that DEI Chevrolet. Now in third place, following the leaders, Bobby Labonte and Jeremy Mayfield. Now just 2 laps to go in stage two. And on to the last lap of the stage. Looks like Bobby Labonte is going to hold off Jeremy Mayfield, and that he will. Bobby Labonte will win stage two at Watkins Glen, his second on the season. Jeremy Mayfield second, Ron Fellows third, Stewart fourth, Martin fifth, Harvick sixth. 7th place is going to go to Michael Waltrip, having a nice bounce back run. Matt Kenseth in 8th, another 3 points gained. Then it will be Ryan Newman in 9th, and the final stage point will go to Kenny Schrader in the 49. So Kenseth gains 3 points each stage now, +8 above the cut line. And now Tony Stewart is out of this race as we get back underway on lap 66 with 25 laps to go. Michael Waltrip is now leading the field here, trying to pull off a huge upset here at Watkins Glen, get himself into the playoffs. He's made it each of the last 2 seasons with multiple victories, but this season has been a tough one for Mikey. He has struggled tremendously to get close to victory lane, trying to do it here today. He was good at Sonoma as well, but couldn't execute there. And with these Watkins Glen races, it always comes down to strategy. So he has the best strategy here. Mayfield in second, Harvick third, Fellows fourth, Kenseth Johnson restarted second, but has dropped all the way back. See, I still got caution out on the racetrack. There's been a problem, and I believe it may have involved Kenny Schrader in the 49, who just got the last stage point in stage two. A bit of a problem here. It looks like coming down the front straightaway, another instance similar to the Mears McMurray, where Sterling Marlin just inexplicably turns right into Kenny Schrader, turns him around. So I don't know what Sterling Marlin was thinking right there, but that's clearly definitely not the smartest thing he's done in his storied career. As it is still Michael Waltrip in the lead, Jeremy Mayfield, who seems to have the best car all day long, in second. Fellows and Harvick fight it out for third. 2 very strong road course racers. Oh, it was almost iconic there. Fellows getting physical, moving Jeff Green out of the way. Harvick gets sacked up, but Mikey in the lead here. Now on to just 2 to go in this race. Elliott Sadler via pit strategy, is now in the lead, looking for back-to-back wins here, and to be the winningest driver of this season. This would be win number 3. He almost wrecks it right there, coming out of the last corner, coming the way here on the outside. Jimmy Spencer, white flag in the air, final lap. Presented by Credit One Bank here at Watkins Glen for Elliott Sadler, about to get his 3rd win of the season in back-to-back fashion. That would be tremendous. A battle for 2nd is on, though, between Mayfield, a battle for 3rd, between Mayfield and Harvick. Mikey is still in 2nd. Looks like Harvick will prevail over Jeremy Mayfield. Some of the best cars didn't have the best strategies. Elliott Sadler now just driving away, and what a tremendous job he has done turning his career around, man. I mean, last season, in his first season with this new team, Robert Yates Racing in the 38 car, he struggled. He missed the playoffs. I mean, he had some good runs here and there, but he missed the playoffs, did not win a race, and now all of a sudden, he's looking like a championship favorite in year number 2 with this Robert Yates team, as he is leading, looking to get his 3rd win this season in back-to-back fashion. He just won the Brickyard 400 last episode. That's a huge win. Now about to get a road course win at the Glen. Caution has come out on the racetrack. We'll check that after the finish here. But Elliott Sadler coming through the final 2 corners here at Watkins Glen. A brilliant late race strategy call has put himself in a position here to bring home the victory. And that's what he's going to do down the front straightaway. Elliott Sadler goes back-to-back and wins at the Glen. He is the winningest driver this season with 3 victories. And Michael Waltrip comes home with a season-best 2nd place finish, once again just short of victory lane. Kevin Harvick, a good bounce back in 3rd. Jeremy Mayfield 4th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. rounds out your top 5. And how about a great debut run for Ron Fellows, finishing in 6th. Matt Kenseth comes home 7th, gains a ton of points over Casey Kane at that bubble. And now the battle for 7th here is between Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Labonte. And Bobby Labonte looks like he's going to take it as he goes through the final corner now. As I believe the caution may involve Mark Martin, as he was scored in 5th, but now he's not even close to being seen on the leaderboard. Bobby Labonte comes home in 8th place. Jimmy Johnson, 8th. Jimmy Johnson comes home 9th. And to round out your top 10, it will be the 12 of Ryan Newman, edging out his teammate Rusty Wallace at the line. But of course, Alex Sykes win, but it was indeed Mark Martin who crashed on the lead lap, on the last lap rather, but he was on the lead lap when he crashed. Let's see what happened here. Looks like he got stuck in the sand trap through the bus stop here. The final lap, he was racing Mayfield up ahead though. Kevin Harvick was getting into Terry Labonte. He turned Terry Labonte. Mark Martin just got too deep, slid off into the sand trap and crashed, ruining his great run. I mean, he had a super fast car, was running top 5, and then loses it in the bus stop on the last lap. Ruins his and Terry Labonte's finishes. Mark will end up well outside the top 10. Of course, Elliott Sadler, a 3-time winner in 2004, with a statement victory here at Watkins Glen. See the final race results on the left side of your screen, and we'll see the updated playoff grid momentarily. And then we get to playoff standings. Of course, Elliott Sadler now top of the playoff grid with 3 wins. How about that? Tops Jimmy Johnson. Elliott Sadler having a tremendous year. And at the bubble, Matt Kenseth, a huge day for his playoff hopes, gaining 28 points on a damaged Casey Kane, is now plus 30 for that final playoff spot. Kane out by 30 with just 4 races to go in the regular season. Joe Nemechek closes in, now only out by 34. Brian Vickers out by 66. Bobby Labonte out by 69 after a good run. And Scott Riggs now really collapsing, out by 105 points in a virtual must-win here in these final couple of races. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.